Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome to the next big idea. An incredible journey of innovation, passion, and game-changing ideas. Let's see what this team brings to the table.
Namaskar and a very fine afternoon to all the juries on the dice. We are Team Manufacturers and we are aiming to transform waste products from different industries, which are edible waste, into a sustainable and a balanced cattle feed. So, before moving ahead, there's a question in my head that I want to ask, if I may ask, that what do you expect from a cow? It's milk, right? And what do we expect from milk? We expect calcium and protein, right? And you can see the situation of cows in our country. Most of the cows are malnourished, and around 8,000 to 10,000, according to the economics times, are dead because of malnourishment. There are certain problems. We know there's this pollution problem in Delhi. The area around Delhi, the states are Haryana, Punjab, and Uttar Pradesh, which are agriculture based states. And when there's the time of cutting the crops, they burn this farali, because of which the wind carries the pollution and it pollutes this place of Delhi, right? And like this, there are waste from different industries, such as waste from fruit industry, waste from aquaculture, waste from agriculture industry, waste from there are pulse waste, and byproducts of sugarcane waste, such as molasses, which will add in our product as for binding. Okay, so these are the certain problems which we faced, and that pushed us to come up with a solution. And let me introduce our product, that is Sanjeevni. And as the name suggests, we are planning to revive the lives of those cows which are dying due to malnourishment. How does Sanjeevni becomes a balanced cattle feed? These are the different ways from different industries, such as fruit and vegetable pills, which as a human we can't consume it. But for cattle, they are very good source of nutrition and other vitamins. We are using bagasse, which is a waste from sugarcane industry, molasses, which is again a byproduct of making sugar, spirulina, azola, which are aquaculture-based products, processing waste from oil industry that we get oil cakes, and then there is crop residue, which we usually get, as I told you, that the areas around Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh, we have a large amount of crop waste. So we are utilizing all these waste products. As you can see, these are the grinded waste products that we have used in our product. Moving on to the steps of how we are going to prepare the product. First, we will clean all those raw materials. After collecting these raw materials, then we will dry it. Then we'll pass it through a process of shredding for converting it into small molecules. Then we'll mix it and bind it by the use of molasses. And again, we will dry it to make them into a form of cakes so that we can packet it easily and transport it easily. Okay. This is how our final products looks like. These are the raw materials which we have used, and we are using molasses for binding all this process. So this is the final product.
So, having expertise in the field of marketing myself, I'm going to tell you about the market and the opportunity we have. So, TM is around, like in India, there is around 300 million cattle, and an average feed for per cattle would be around 8 to 10 kgs. So, fulfilling this requirement is very important for us, because in India, the amount of tons that is required is around 70 million tons. But the fulfillment that is done by the industries, various industries, are around 7 million ton. So the gap of 63 million ton has to be fulfilled. That is the main concept. So the SAM that we come across with is around that India being the largest producer of milk, around 22 market share that India covers. So Punjab, Maharashtra and Gujarat are mainly the states which is highly equipped with the cattle areas and the highly equipped in the dairy farms. So the main purpose are would be in the field of such states, but also when we come to the objectionable market we're talking about, so our aim would be around in the coming 1 year the 5% market share takeaway. Basically we can do it in the form of the southern areas like in the Kerala, where the daily dairy requirement is less, so that if the demand is less for the new company to come across, we can easily fulfill that demand at least. So in that manner we are trying to reach our goal, and after that we are going to fulfill other requirements also. So talking about competitive landscape, definitely we are coming into the market that is red ocean market, because there are many competitors, and when that we say red ocean, the word term itself says red, that is danger. So if you're entering in such market, you have to study well your competitors. So here are the some of our research or the study that we made in the form of our competitors, maybe directly competitors or indirect competitors. So the main thing or main disbalance in this whole concept was that they're not providing a feed that is totally balanced. That is what our idea is, to come with a cattle feed that is totally balanced. And our main concept that we came that makes us different is a consultancy service that we are also providing. With that, we will ask the farmers or the cattle field farms person what all the requirements they need as per the different breeds of cows, and as per that requirement we will be providing them the cattle feed.
So our product Sanjeevani, let me explain it what actually it does. We know we have to manage waste at any cost. Sanjeevani is doing two things with a single problem. We are reducing waste to sustainable nutrition, plus the algae. We are onboarding that particular waste, marine waste, into our product that eventually helps in enhancing marine life too. Sanjeevani, hence it is named that it acts as Sanjeevani booty for all the animals out there. If I talk in numbers, before going to value proposition, I would figure out some number before you. Out of 10, 4 cows dies immediately within 5 days after giving birth to a calf. Out of 4, 66% dies within 30 days. The reason is very clear. As mentioned in a journal in Science Direct, the reason is clear. They do not receive particular nutrients and hence caused malnourished. So what we have proposed, that this has pushed us into this market to cover the gap. Sanjeevani doing so, our main gainer is cost saving. We provide farmers at a very minimal cost this product, which will save their time, increase the productivity of the cow. This will increase the herd health. This is time saving. Since because if a cow weight is 100 kg, they will require 4% of their total weight in single day to consume food. And out of that 4%, 50% is required in raw materials, or we can say raw husk. So we will mix this our Sanjeevani organic product in that raw material, and we can feed them to meet their daily routines. The main pain that farmers on any cattle herders face is cost pressure. If I have one cow, I can manage. What if I have numbers increases on? What if 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on? Amul is the biggest competitor. They do so. But what actually happens in a dairy farms, once the cow stop giving the if they have lactation period of 6 to 9 months, once that period is over, they are moved out of the dairy farms. This is a big issue. Let me concern you, one bonus period is there even after lactation period. Once we obtain milk from cow, even after lactation period there are 60 days that cow is able to give milk. But what if they are not providing nutrients and other thing? Sanjeevani does so. We provide nutrition, and that bonus days can be further increased if we do so before providing. If we start the nutrient giving from initial days, if they are in pregnancy phase where the requirement is most, then the cases of death cases will be reduced.
Where we have the problem statement, as we know, imagine that if I told you we could cover up the cattle fields, and then after we are tackling with the environmental issues just like the biodegradable substances, and we are tackling with it, and then after
we have the unique value proposition, then after the unfair advantage, and then we are with the customer segment, then after channels and revenue streams.
Thank you. Just couple of quick questions. Is molasses safe for cattle?
So, as we must know that for iron, jaggery is provided to the cattle. I belong to a family where we have cows in our home, and we feed them jaggery. During the lactation period, people say that it makes the milk more sweet.
That's okay.
Yes.
We all
So, if we use jaggery, then molasses again a byproduct of sugarcane industry. Then we can definitely use molasses for that.
is coming from industry.
But again,
Molasses
it's a
comes from-
byproduct of
it's a
sugarcane.
Product of
Yes.
sugarcane, but it is coming from an industry. What kind of industry? There are so many different components which are present in molasses. What are the different application of molasses? Do you know?
Sir, for this particular thing, I have
No, I'm asking what are the different application of molasses? Where does molasses go from sugarcane industry? Do you know that part?
sir
Need
during the
to figure out because molasses also goes in wine industry. Molasses, there are so many different components where molasses are being used. So the thing what you really need to make sure whether molasses, first of all, it is safe for cattle or not. Because people, the moment you will say molasses is mixed in our product, people will perceive that they are going to have milk product which is coming through by feeding cattle molasses. That will be one component. Second, in your PPT, there was no revenue generation component in detail. Please include that part. And the second thing is that from where you will be generating the crop residues and fruit residues in high amount and why people will give you that.
as I told you earlier, that like Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, and Haryana, these are the major states where major agriculture states, they depend on agriculture so much, and they burn all the crop waste. So we are going to transport all those crop residues to our factory to use it.
Again, collecting those residues, transporting those again residue, it involves finance. So
Definitely.
it should not be like that you are producing by wasting too much of finance then generating revenue. So please, that's why revenue generation model is very much needed. Okay, thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much.
What is the price of your product? Because you said price advantage is there.
Okay.
So
as compared to the price of cattle feed in the market, it's between 60 to 70 rupees per kg, and the price of our cattle feed will be lie between 30 to 35 rupees, which is somewhere exactly the half of the price which is currently. And there is one more reason that if a cattle on average requires 10 kg per day, then a farmer or a low scale dairy farmer is able to only feed 5 kg per day. But if the price is reduced to half, since we are using most of the raw materials as a waste product of different industries, they will be able to feed the cattle with proper amount of cattle feed. And thus, we are more focused on reducing the price to half so that the cattle gets proper nutrition.
so it's 30 rupees, and if person has 10 cattle, so and how much 10 kgs is required? You're saying
Around
so
10
one
to
cattle would need something around 9,000 rupees for. Is that a correct calculation?
9,000. Like if the price is 30, then
Can you share the price for one cattle and how much the
okay.
expense a person need to do? So can you give me that
Okay,
calculation?
for since the price is 30 rupees per kg,
Okay.
then for one day it will require 10
300,
kg.
yeah.
Okay, so 300. Okay, and then for 1 month it will require 9,000 per cattle. Yes, that's the correct calculation.
So basically, you are trying to pursue it as a commercial venture or a social venture. What exactly is your vision?
Sir, our vision is to improve the health of cattle.
That's
And
what my question is. Is it a commercial venture or is it a social venture? Or are you saying it is both?
it is a commercial come social ventures.
You need to revisit it. If you want to attain commercial feasibility, you need to revisit that statement. That's all from my side.
Thank you, sir.
And now it's time for judges' opinion about the pitch. So, it was a good one.